Another round of daily deposits is underway. Thank you for joining Fresh Perspective 2 minutes at a time. Today, we're talking about graceful. I remember when my daughters, they're now almost 16 and 19, but when they were very small, they both took ballet. And they had to go to all these lessons, and they began to learn different moves and, all the different names of what things are called. And then they got to a point where they were graceful enough to actually be in a production and be on stage. Now, mind you, when we watch them, their definition of graceful or our definition of graceful for them at that age was appropriate, right? Because they were still learning, but they had learned enough to get on stage. Now, by no means would that level of graceful be acceptable if they had remained in ballet as teenagers or had gone on to try to be on a professional stage, because that graceful that they had small was appropriate for that time and that moment. So when we begin to think about our daily lives, sometimes we wonder why we're not being invited to certain tables or why we're not being looked at or considered for certain things. And it's because we think to ourselves, but I'm good at X, Y, and Z, and you probably are, and used to be for the moment and the zone and the time that you were in. But that level of graceful is not acceptable for where you're trying to go next. So had my girls wanted a bigger stage and a bigger opportunity, they would have to go well beyond, right, the graceful they were used to and practice way more and do way more. And the same it is with you and I. If you want a different table, a different opportunity, a different thing to present itself to you or an invitation, you're going to have to go well beyond the level of graceful that you're already at. Yes, you're good, but you got to get better and then get great so that different opportunities and doors begin to open for you. We'll see you tomorrow for our next daily deposit.